You know that feeling when you're flipping through a glossy local magazine at your favorite coffee shop? You pause on this really sleek ad for like a kitchen remodel, and then literally 2 hours later, an ad for that exact same local contractor pops up on your Instagram feed.
Yeah, it's wild. It is well, it's the modern marketing illusion, really.
I mean, it almost feels like your phone is watching you read.
It does feel like magic, or, maybe a little bit like surveillance to some people,
Hmm.
but it's actually just this incredibly precise architecture that's designed to completely surround you.
Well, if you have ever wondered how they do that, welcome. You, the curious learner, have definitely come to the right place for our latest exploration into the source material.
Absolutely.
Today, we are looking at this really strategic presentation from City Lifestyle, and our mission today is to decode the modern marketing playbook. We really want to understand how combining this old school traditional media with new school digital targeting creates this massive compound effect for local businesses.
Yeah, it's such a fascinating collision.
Yep, it really is. So whether you are, prepping for a marketing strategy meeting, building your own brand, or you're just insanely curious about why those specific local ads keep chasing you around the internet, this is the hidden machinery capturing your attention.
Exactly. It's the ultimate collision of the tactile and the trackable.
Oh, I like that. Tactile and trackable.
Right. We are looking at a system that deliberately blurs the line between a physical magazine in your hands and the digital feed on your screen.
Okay, let's unpack this because the presentation calls this the better together philosophy.
Better together, yeah.
Right, and they claim that keeping a consistent brand message across print and digital creates campaigns that are, get this, 400% more impactful.
400%. It's a huge number.
400. I mean, to me, the experience is a bit like hearing a really catchy song on the radio and then going home and instantly watching the music video. You get that repetition across totally different sensory experiences, and it just cements the brand right in your brain.
That's a really good way to think about it, yeah.
But I have to push back here for a second because how does a piece of paper actually trigger a digital ad? Like, in a digital-first world where everything is measured in milliseconds, is print really necessary anymore? Or has the magazine just evolved into this, physical anchor to make the digital retargeting feel less creepy?
Well, what's fascinating here is the psychology and the mechanism behind that 400% metric.
Okay.
Because print is not just some relic. It's actually a really high-trust environment. I mean, when you hold a local lifestyle magazine, there is an implied endorsement there.
Oh, sure. It feels established, right? Like they actually put money into printing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Digital ads, on the other hand, they're super fleeting and honestly often viewed with a lot of skepticism.
Yeah.
But when you combine the two, you create this closed loop of brand awareness.
A closed loop.
Yeah, the physical magazine builds trust within a very specific local community, and then the digital side uses geographic and demographic targeting to basically blanket those exact same zip codes online.
Wow. Okay.
So neither medium can actually achieve that level of deep, sustained trust on its own.
So the print ad plants the seed of trust, and then the digital tools just kind of harvest the attention based on where those magazines were physically delivered.
Precisely.
And to actually execute this, City Lifestyle provides a fairly comprehensive digital toolkit. We are talking meta ad placements across Facebook and Instagram.
Right, the heavy hitters.
Yeah, putting local businesses in feeds, stories, explore pages, and reels. And they don't just, throw up any random image.
No, they're very specific.
They use highly specific formats, like swipeable carousels of 3 to 5 images that are designed specifically to force user interactivity, or short videos capped at 15 seconds for maximum immediate impact.
Right.
Plus, they pair all of this with a customizable web page directory featuring, about us sections, promos, and articles to actually catch the traffic once they click.
Yeah, they are building an entire digital ecosystem. The goal is to capture the momentum that was originally generated by that initial print ad. But, capturing attention is only half the battle. Proving it to the business owner, that is the real challenge.
Oh, absolutely. And here's where it gets really interesting, because they actually give the client a real-time dashboard.
Right, the dashboard.
Yeah, because for decades, the biggest complaint about print advertising was that it was basically just a massive guessing game. I mean, you put an ad in a magazine and you just hope the phone rings.
Exactly, you cross your fingers.
Right. But this dashboard shows everything side by side.
Yeah.
You have your ad impressions, which is just the raw number of times your digital ad popped up on a screen. You have your ad clicks and your click-through rate, or CTR, which is simply the percentage of people who saw the ad and actually cared enough to tap on it.
Right, the engagement metric.
But wait, if we know exactly how many clicks a digital ad gets, how do these businesses bridge the gap between that really hard digital data and the static, unclickable print readership numbers shown right next to it on the dashboard?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it is all about transparency completely changing the game.
Okay, how so?
By tracking a combined metric, what they call total reach, on one single dashboard, local businesses are forced to stop viewing print and digital as these warring silos.
Ah, right. It's not a competition anymore.
Exactly. It's no longer print versus digital. It becomes a completely unified ecosystem of visibility. The static print number establishes the baseline of local authority, while the digital clicks prove active, real-time engagement in that exact same market.
Wow. Okay, let's see what this actually looks like in the real world, because looking at these case studies from the source material, the contrasting numbers really jump out at me.
They're pretty striking, yeah.
Yeah, so take this medical spa, Premier Health, Wellness, and Aesthetics in the OKC market. They were promoting a service called EMFCE.
Right.
And apparently it uses no needles, just radio frequency combined with 8 Fs, which is essentially targeted electrical muscle stimulation, to increase collagen by up to 26% and physically lift your facial structure.
It's pretty wild tech.
Very. So their campaign had a total reach of just over 120,000, and that resulted in about 1,800 clicks, giving them a click-through rate of 3.08%.
Which, I should point out, is a very strong percentage for a digital ad.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It means a very large portion of the people who saw it took immediate action.
Okay, so right on the heels of that, we have the Designery hitting the Buckhaven and Alpharetta markets. They do custom closets and home and kitchen renovations, offering, I think, 13 different cabinet lines.
Yeah, 13 lines.
Their total reach was around 105,000, pulling in over 1,100 clicks. Their CTR was 2.53%.
Still a very solid number.
Yeah, solid. But then I am looking at Platsky Real Estate Group in the Eden Prairie market. These guys are heavy hitters. I mean, they sold 484 homes, totaling over $215 million in 2020 alone.
That's a massive volume.
Massive. And their total reach was the highest of the three, at over 180,000. They got over 2,000 clicks. But their CTR dropped down to 2.05%.
Ah, yes.
So wait a minute. The CTR drops as the total reach gets bigger across these three clients. So is a higher CTR always the ultimate goal, or does the raw volume of Platsky's, 98,000 digital impressions matter more for a real estate agent who's just trying to dominate a neighborhood?
This raises an important question about industry-specific engagement. You really cannot judge a medical spa and a real estate group using the exact same behavioral expectations.
Okay, why not?
Well, health and beauty services, like that EMFCE promo, they rely on immediate emotional hooks. The promise to lift your look naturally, that triggers an impulsive, immediate click, and that drives the CTR way up.
Right, because, fixing a wrinkle is a much lower barrier, much faster decision than selling a 4-bedroom house.
Precisely. A high-ticket, life-changing service, like buying or selling a home, that is a very long, trust-building game. Nobody clicks an Instagram ad and buys a house 5 minutes later.
No, definitely not.
Right. So for real estate, sheer volume and repetition, that massive total reach, and those 98,000 impressions, that often vastly outweighs a single impulsive click.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They are basically buying mental real estate, so that when the time finally comes to sell, Platsky is literally the only name that neighborhood thinks of.
So what does this all mean for us? It means that local businesses finally have the playbook to punch way above their weight class.
They really do.
By blending the established trust of tactile print with the trackable, hyper-targeted tools of digital meta ads and those real-time dashboards, they are capturing their target audience from literally every conceivable angle.
It is a brilliant orchestration of attention, really, just moving the consumer seamlessly from the coffee shop table right to the smartphone screen.
So if you are listening to this, the next time you flip through a local lifestyle magazine, you admire a glossy photo of a home renovation or a medical spa, and then later you see a 15-second reel for that exact same business on your phone.
You'll know what's happening.
Exactly. You aren't being tracked by magic. You are walking right through the architecture of that dashboard.
Yeah.
And, if perfectly aligning a static print ad with a swipeable Instagram carousel yields a 400% increase in campaign impact today, just imagine tomorrow.
Oh, man.
I mean, what happens to our local businesses and honestly to our attention spans when the next layer of technology, like augmented reality, turns that physical magazine page into an interactive, trackable screen itself?